The Academy Awards earlier this week, and now the big new attraction of movies tonight is something 20 years old.
You know, we're talking about Grease, starring John Travolta and Olivia Newton-John. And Chronicle film critic Mick LaSalle joins us now with his review. Is it better the second time around?
No.
Oh!
No, it's about the same. It's about the same, really. Grease is the word. It's got groove. It's got meaning. Actually, Grease does have meaning, but more on that in a minute. Whatever else can be said about this movie that's re-released does provide a chance to revisit your youth, or if you are a youth, it's a chance to revisit other people's youths. John Travolta's for one.
Some loving had me a blast.
If we recall Grease, chances are we recall this scene in particular, when Olivia Newton-John and an incredibly young and magnetic John Travolta give conflicting accounts of their summer romance.
Summer days drifting away to other summer nights. Tell me more, did you get very far? Tell me more, like the sea Look at me, I'm Sandra Dee.
And don't forget Stockard Channing's hard-boiled performance as Rizzo. At 33, Channing looked exactly as she does today.
I can't, I'm Sandra Dee. Watch it.
See, those are the good parts. Movies about an earlier period of time are usually really about the era in which they were made, not the era depicted. Well, Grease was made in 1978 when all that free love mindset of the mid-70s was giving way to the blind hedonism of Rod Stewart singing "Do You Think I'm Sexy" and stuff like that. The idealistic models for how men and women should be equal and communicating, well, that was falling apart. And people were looking to the more caveman, cavewoman era of the 50s, for some reason, with nostalgia. Actually, if you want to take Grease seriously for a minute, it's a pretty sad story. Two people meet during the summer, and then because of the stupidity of the world around them, they adopt these brutish sex roles. I mean, look what happens to Olivia Newton-John here.
You know,
She starts off as a nice, spontaneous girl. But to keep her boyfriend, she has to turn herself into this objectified siren in leather pants and act against her own nature. Also, she can keep this idiot. Am I the only one who thinks this is sad? The movie seems to think it's all glorious, though. Grease celebrates precisely the attitudes that Saturday Night Fever had criticized 6 months before.
Wow.
Do you think maybe I'm taking this too seriously?
Yes.
That might be the...
A movie.
Just a movie. Yeah, I know. My editor said that to me today. I'll tell you one thing, though, about Grease that I did not remember. This movie's slow. Yeah, aside from a handful of good songs, I don't even say great songs, there's not much going on in this thing. So unless you really need to see it, you don't really need to see it, okay? Here are some movies in theaters right now, though, that I would recommend. These are mixed picks, I see. They are Dark City, The Gingerbread Man, Kurt and Courtney, which is a blast, Ma Vie en Rose, and the incredibly trashy, totally worthless, but I liked it, Wild Things.
Any